Okay, analysis of Jack Lincoln swing, August 2nd, 2012. Jack has a very quick bat. Uh, he needs to work on his patience. He gets out in front of the pitch a lot, and he needs to work on his footwork. But he's plenty strong enough and plenty fast enough with his bat, and he definitely has the courage. Stands right in there. Never saw him really duck away from a pitch. So he's got a lot of ability. Just got to keep working. Jack finished his first season at kid pitch, and this is the summer before fall. And we'll look at a few of his swings here. Okay, that was Jack in full time. We'll back him up here. And let's go through a few things. See where I want to go. Okay, here's Jack about ready to take his swing. Jack holds his bat straight up and down. I like his to cock his wrists and have the bat facing backwards a little bit. He seems to be a little quicker and stronger when he does that, but he's comfortable there. He's in a pretty good position. Jack often has his feet pointing out that way. We'd like his foot pointing here. That's something a lot of the boys do, and he needs to think about that as he's getting ready. He stands upright, which he does a lot as well. Well, a lot of boys do as well, but he's in a pretty comfortable position. And you can see he pulls his bat back. His bat is in this position here, and as he's getting ready to swing, instead of shifting his weight back, keeping his hand still, he drops the bat back kind of to the position that I want him to be in when he starts to swing. So he's wasting a lot of time to get the bat there, where if he would start there, he could keep his body still and wait a little bit longer before he's ready to swing. And that way his timing would be a little bit better because he's already sort of committed himself. And we'll put a little circle around Jack's head. When you keep your head still, you can see the ball longer and you swing around. We're working with Jack to try to get him to turn his hips quick. And you can tell here he does move this knee towards just a minute here, I'm sorry, I used the wrong thing. Moved his knee towards the pitch, which is all pretty good. That looks very nice. And he took a short little step, short little stride here. Again, we'll put emphasis there. He took a short little stride, which is plenty good enough. His head is staying right about where you want it to. See how it hasn't moved outside the circle very much. And he turned his foot and his hips turned. And he missed the ball this time because he's a little bit out in front of it right there, and he just misjudged it a little bit. He could have dropped the angle of the bat down a little bit, but his head was right on, and it's a pretty good swing. And he definitely followed through. You can see how his shoulders continued on and his back continued on. His head stayed in good position. So even though he didn't make contact on that one, it was a pretty good swing. Let's go to the next swing. We'll watch this in slow motion. Jack made pretty good contact there, and again he does about the same swing. Let's go ahead and put a circle around Jack's head. Again, we were working this day on getting his hips to turn, and he was doing a pretty good job in driving this knee forward. You can see he'll do the knee forward. Again, his bat is moving to get back into position. His head moved a little bit forward this time, but he's right on the ball. It's not too far. It wasn't too far a move. And he's got his knee, and he's squashing the bug. He's got his toe up, and he hits the ball again a little bit further out in front than you would like. You'd like it to hit it right off your front toe, right in that area. You can tell he's a little bit out in front of it. That's something that Jack does a lot. But it was a good follow through. Good follow through there. He hit the ball pretty hard. I think Sean was timing him and said it was 43 miles an hour, ball coming off the bat. So let's look at him again on this swing. He has the bat here and his head here. And let's watch his hips and see if they do this turn like that. And his shoulders should follow. Should have done the little thing first. I'll put it back on his head and his bat here. See how his bat moves back behind his head. And his head has moved forward a little bit. It's still not too bad. And he's out in front of it just a little bit again, closer to his front foot. The perfect spot to make contact with the ball will be about there. It's not bad at all. And again, he follows through. Hit the ball pretty hard. Now he's sliding that foot, his back foot, just a little bit. He's kind of jumping. He's sliding through up there. He could keep that foot still and not move it forward. But for the first time, trying to turn those hips, he was doing a pretty good job, making pretty good contact. He was definitely hitting the ball hard. We'll look at one more swing. He's got that bat up high. Again, see his knee collapsing towards the front, up on his toe, his head on the ball. He made contact pretty close to the right position. His eyes are not on the ball. You can see his eyes tend to give up. His eyes seem to be looking out here when the ball is there. If his head could be down and watching the point where he's going to make contact with the ball, that's something that Jack needs to work on too, that extra concentration it takes to hit the ball. Again, his front foot slides forward, but good hip turn, good shoulder turn, and he follows through. He doesn't give up like a lot of the guys do. He just continues on with his swing. And I'll watch one more swing of Jack. And again, he's sliding that thing forward, and you see how far out in front he is. But his head stayed pretty still. He's getting good hip turn, his head staying still. Again, he's got a very quick bat, and he hits the ball pretty hard. Didn't even hit it on the fat part of the bat, and the ball came off. And he's in pretty good position to go ahead and start running when it's time to go. So Jack made some progress right there. He's got a quick bat. He's got a lot of ability. He needs to concentrate a little bit more, keep working on his feet, and he'll be doing fine. That's Jack Lincoln in August of 2012.